last example are, what are some of the sources of information used to analyze national level outbreaks? Well, I tell you, this is fascinating. A couple of years ago, I went to a national epidemiology meeting, and I sat in on a food outbreak investigation session, and it was fascinating because they had people there from the health department, but then they also had representatives from some of these markets. And they were talking about some of the ways that they actually are able to determine the sources of food, the purchasing habits of people, and it's all now electronically traceable. So we all take our receipts from our, supermarket shopping experience and, toss them in the bag, right? But they actually have quite a bit of information on those things. And so this session, they were talking about all the different kinds of information they can collect from those receipts, those, paper roll receipts. And they can, first of all, determine, what kind of fruit or what kind of vegetable, where did it come from, who was the distributor, whether they can get back to the farm is another question, but that's really what the food safety industry is really working towards, to have that deep and comprehensive a level of ascertainment, because basically as our food distribution and our food purchasing and as the sources of our food increase to become international, we didn't have, we had a fishing boat there. I guess we need to have shipping containers too, right? That as it becomes more complex, it becomes more and more necessary for us to develop these very high-powered, analytically sound, large, big data, right? Big data is involved in this, and it's very important to be able to conduct these complex analyses. Now, what we did here was very simplified, but in a nationwide outbreak, it's much more complicated. So, thank you so much for visiting Educator.com. This concludes our lecture for the day.